and welcome to the podcast. This is Golf's Next Gen, the official podcast of the American Junior Golf Association. My name is Tim Jackman. That over there is Thomas Harrison. Over there is Justin producing this bad boy. And welcome to the holiday episode. This one's going to be a little different, hopefully a little fun. We actually don't have a guest. Don't stop listening right now. It's just going to be Thomas and I, but please stay on the line here.
This is what the people want, Tim.
Right. So we've got some awards to give out. We're going to call them the AJGAs. So in case you didn't know, that is AJGA. If you pronounce that phonetically, it's AJGA. So we're going to call them the AJGAs. So we got that coming up a little bit later on here today. But I also just want to say thank you for coming in at 6:30 this morning to do this podcast because our producer had other things to do. So just wanted to throw that out there. But Thomas, let's start out by saying our favorite Christmas movie. I think that's where we should start today.
I mean, number one overall, Home Alone, easily. Great.
I feel like you easily could have been the kid from Home Alone.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that was my dream, honestly. Was
Big
like,
ideas guy?
Huge ideas guy. For whatever reason, I think you watch that movie as a kid and you're like, I want to just take down a couple robbers, like breaking into the house. Feels like a crazy idea, but like you just see someone swinging the paint cans, and I was like, that's awesome. I want to try that. Would my mom have killed me? Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, it was a great movie.
You do what you got to do.
The sequel and, I mean, the whole series after that, not good. But the first one, fantastic. The chance of that happening 3 times, like at that point, that's bad parenting. Like I'm going to say, like that's an issue.
I've come from a big family. I have 5 other siblings. There's 6 of us. And there's no chance I would have gotten left somewhere.
Yeah, like the whole give it to Kevin, give it to Kevin. Like nobody's got eyes on Kevin. The kid's a liability.
They know he's a liability.
Yeah,
it's
that's
happened before.
That's on them. What about you, Tim? What you got for me?
Home Alone's a big one for me. I think Elf. I think Elf is that's one of my favorites. Just the whole concept of Elf and kind of how it plays into, there's some like more, I want to say adult humor, but not like that kind of adult humor. But like there's more stuff that adults get and laugh at, but there's also stuff that kids get as well. So I like Elf. That's one of my big ones. I always watch that every year. My best friend and I growing up used to come over to my house and have like a sleepover in December when school was out. And
actually just recently saw Elf with a live orchestra. Game changer. Was awesome, 1, but 2, like you said, there was just so much humor that like I didn't catch before.
Right.
Like the guy in the mailroom being like, yeah, I'm 26 years old. And I mean, that guy's 45. Like that thing. There's so much good stuff in that, yeah, you just don't catch otherwise.
Syrup for his coffee, yeah. It's good. There's a lot of really good moments in that one, too. There's some old school ones that are pretty good, too. Like Miracle on 34th Street is always good. And there's a few other ones, but Elf is mine for sure.
I do just love during the holidays, like you see each network just gets like one Christmas movie and just rips that for 24 hours. Like they get the rights to one and you're like, oh, Elf's on TBS for 24 straight hours. It's like nobody's tuning into that. Like you're taking a fat nap during all that.
Right. You know, I did recently actually just, my wife and I just rented the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce like knockoff Christmas movie they made.
That's a thing?
Oh, yeah. It's a thing. It's actually kind of good. Like
that's actually a thing.
How do you not know this is a thing?
I had no idea this was a thing.
Yeah, it's like a legitimate thing, and it basically is like a Christmas Hallmark movie based off of their story, loosely based off of their story.
Okay,
and it's actually kind of funny. It's got some good moments.
Probably not. Won't be watching that, but it's okay.
Tell me you're not married without telling me you're not married.
That's fair. Don't have to worry about that.
You know, one thing I'm kind of surprised you didn't mention was Rudolph. I feel like that's like a pretty popular Christmas movie.
This is probably going to be controversial, but I've got to get off my chest. Rudolph is a system reindeer. That guy, you can plug and play any reindeer in that position. Like, they just threw a guy in the leadoff spot. Okay, he's got a light up nose. Throw a headlamp on Comet. Like, dude's fine. You can get somebody off the street and they can do that job. But
you know, it's kind of interesting that Rudolph wasn't like introduced until like the mid 1900s. Like before that, Rudolph didn't exist, and so therefore there were only 8 reindeer. Like if you look back all the way back to like 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, the poem. If you like go through it, 8 tiny reindeer, you know, like 8.
Sing.
So yeah, that one. So that was like introduced in the 1800s. So Rudolph was like really, he's kind of a newbie when it comes to the scene.
I mean, I do think it's more aesthetically pleasing having the 9th reindeer like leading the pack up there, but again, I don't think like he just got lucky there to plug and play. Like again, throw a headlamp on him, get some headlights. I don't know. Throw some Christmas lights on a reindeer.
He's the Brock Purdy of the reindeer.
He's the Brock Purdy of the reindeer world. And it's not even close. Plug and play, and they're going to have success. Except for when Brock Purdy plays the Rams, can't hang, small hands.
What did you tell me? What you told me earlier, though, about the female reindeer and how that just blows the entire thing up.
Yeah, so everyone typically refers to the reindeer as like boys or men. They just say like he with the reindeer.
Rudolph is a boy in the movie.
In the movie, Rudolph is a boy, but. Tim, fun fact for you. Male reindeer lose their antlers in early December, where female reindeer keep them through the entirety of winter. So that would lead us to believe, unless we're just, maybe they filmed Rudolph in like November. I don't know.
Filmed Rudolph? It's a claymation.
Filmed it. Live action.
Are
you saying that's not real? That's crazy.
Puppet.
Crazy. But otherwise, yeah, those would be female reindeer, Tim. So not getting the credit they deserve.
I don't know what I have to say about that, to be perfectly honest with you.
All I'm saying, don't hate the take that Rudolph is the Brock Purdy of the reindeer world. That's good.
That is the takeaway of this podcast.
You take away anything.
Rudolph is the Brock Purdy.
Justin, thoughts, comments, concerns?
Sorry, Justin. You're a big Brock fan. Oh, geez. Oh, other thing I want to mention before we get into some of these awards. I am wearing this piece today in the spirit of the holiday giving. Thomas found one more of these. If you remember from episode, I don't know, what was that, episode 2? Episode 1? Like, you were wearing this, and I really wanted one. And then Thomas found one. So I really appreciate that, Thomas. It was quite the gift.
Tim. It's a great piece.
Oh, gosh, it's so comfortable. And the hood, I mean, you could put the hood up.
I will say, I think I've been in the office like probably a collective 5 days in like the past 2 months.
I know what you're going to say.
And I've seen you wearing that at least 3.
Yeah,
at least
because
3
it's
times.
a great piece.
It's a great piece.
Does it look
it's
good
getting
with
a lot of play,
with the hood up on my hat?
It's a little. You got the little green. It's a little light, not technically a Christmassy green, but
I also stole my kids.
Very Christmassy.
I also
Are you
stole my
rocking
kids.
the seafoam shoes too?
No, these are the. Oh gosh! See if you can see them.
Get flexible.
No, these are different Adidas.
Those are nice.
Yeah, I stole my kids' Santa hat too. So you guys need to go watch the video of this one. If you're just listening to the audio, go watch the video. The Santa hat's way too
great
small.
Podcasting. They're gonna love listening to that.
Me trying to get my foot on the desk.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay, well, let's get us back on the track here. So we have some awards, the AJGAs, that we're going to give out. And I think we have, let me see, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 categories. We've got the winners. We put this out on social media. We got nominees. We got votes. So we have the winners. And I think it's safe to say we disagree with some of these.
Yeah, there's some controversy here. It sounds like there was some campaigning going on when these went out on social media. Yeah. Not sure how I feel about that. Maybe question some validity here, but we'll just talk through some of these things and see. Obviously, our opinion's going to differ. The juniors know each other a little better, but, we see a lot out there on the road. So I feel like we have some opinions here. Yeah,
I definitely think we do. So, okay, without further ado, the AJGAs. Remember, AJGA, AJGA. I've just been wanting to say that for so long.
Justin, applause.
Yeah, hit it.
Yeah.
I apologize to those listening. That was probably really loud. So
Justin just figured out how to use the soundboard, and it's sick.
Okay, so the first category, you want to do this one, Thomas, is best flow. So give me some nominees and some background here.
Yeah, so the best flow, I think where this really came from for me.
Best hair, in case you're
it's just the hair. You see it out there, and it's memorable. It's recognizable. I think where this stemmed from was the Jay Lang Jr. never being able to keep a hat on his head. There was a lot of hair there. A lot of hair. Hat didn't fit well, and it was just flying everywhere. But some of these guys, you see the hair's sticking out a little bit. You wonder if they style it that way. Like, I've often wondered if they just throw the hat on and blow dry around it to get a little bubble,
flip.
like a little ducktail going.
Isn't that the TikTok hair that you claim?
Yeah, no, we don't need to get into TikTok hair. That's a different podcast in itself. But a couple nominees that we got, we had Tyler Watts, Carson Bertinoli, and Brooks Simmons were our top 3 vote getters. And Tim, who's bringing this one home today?
This one, again, controversial because I think he just campaigned behind the scenes. Tyler Watts is bringing this one home. So best flow goes to Tyler Watts with that little flip out from underneath his hat.
He's got the little flip deal going on. Again, this seems like a guy who cares about his hair. He shows up to the practice facilities pretty late, and I'm pretty sure it's because he's doing the hair. It's a look, man. There's a lot of it going on. again, it looks good with the hat. I'll give it to him. I think that's key here is like, how does it look with the hat?
That's fair.
Carson's got the curls going. Brooks has just a lot of hair. It keeps getting longer, man. Marcy's got to make him cut that. But I also think a serious nominee that should have been considered that was left out, Asher Vargas has... Yes. Those curls make me question whether or not he gets that professionally done. Like, he walked into Junior President's Cup, and I was like, do you guys see what he's got rocking here? Like, 2 weeks ago, Junior Players, that was not the same hair. But he claims it's all natural. I'd be interested. We might have to have him on the podcast to talk about the hair at some point. So
yes.
No.
You know, I also wanted to say he's graduated, so he's not currently member 2. But if we had this category a couple years ago, Jake Bieberfrankel, like, come on.
That's a name.
That's a name. But his hair... Like, if you know, you know. That's all. I just wanted to throw that one out there. So, okay, perfect. We're gonna move on here to the next category. Best dressed is the next category. So, we actually had quite a few nominees for this one. I think the people really got going with the best dressed category. So we've got Stacy Pla, we got Carson Bertinoli again, Blades Brown, Kihei Akina, Scarlett Schremer, and Ashley Shaw. So that's the 6 different nominees we had for this one. Thomas, who's going to be taking this one home?
Bringing it home today, which I love this pick. This one is, if you've ever seen her at an event, it just obviously sticks out. Stacy Pla in the Payne Stewart look that she's got going on. Great look. Just the big, like, the baggy pants going on, the squash hat. It's
the squash hat.
No, it's like the Bryson, just classic. It's a good look. Usually the vest rock on. You know I'm a big vest guy.
You're not wearing one today.
Did you have to double check that I had a vest?
Well, you wear that jacket could be considered a vest in some cases.
No, and she rocks it like regardless. I mean, it gets hot out there, and she is rocking that fit.
Yeah.
It's a good look. I'm a big fan of it. I like somebody who kind of gets into it. I know at the Bass Pro event, in the years past, they've typically done like a Payne Stewart day, or you dress like Payne Stewart.
Yep.
That's just year round, so good for her.
Yeah. You know, I also would want to say, I think for me, a good honorable mention here is Carson Bertinoli. I think he's always got the pants on. He's always got the nice shoes. Everything's always color coordinated because, you know, he's going to North Carolina, so he's always wearing the Tar Heel blue. So that's pretty well coordinated. Just want to give you a little shout out there, Carson.
Yeah.
So.
No, Carson's got a good look. I know Ashley Shaw's usually rocking some like red, white, and blue outfits.
Yep.
Very patriotic. That's a good look as well. Like I said, Carson, the pants, the shoes, everything always matches. He's kind of got like Tiger's got Sunday red. Carson has the Sunday blue, and so it's a good look. I like that.
Sunday blue. All right, you do the next one.
All right, so best duo. Again, a lot of nominees here. We have the Vandy commits, which, again, that was just a funny one, but it's true. That's a loaded class, so good for them. Blades and Gianna are players of the year. We have Ronan Banerjee and Asher Vargas. Blades and Tyler Watts, another Blades nominee. Philip Dunham and Tyler Mawhinney. Brooks Simmons and Henry Guan. Brooks also getting a lot of play on here, but we know he loves social.
Brooks and Henry, that's a danger.
We should have done best TikTok, and Brooks would just... they're not even great, but like he's in them, so good for him. He's in them. And then we have Gianna Clement and Elizabeth Rudisil. Tim, who's bringing this one home?
This one is Gianna Clement and Elizabeth Rudisil. They apparently are inseparable. Especially when you're going to these team events. Like, we did a little research, got a little bit of background here, and apparently they're inseparable, always together. If you find one, you find the other. They room together. They're just a squad. So that's who won this award here. I do like the Vandy commits thing. That's kind of funny.
The Vandy, I think if you just went Vandy versus Tennessee, I mean, those classes are loaded.
Yeah.
In-state rivalry going on. Like, it's going to be fun to watch.
It's the SEC, Thomas. You're welcome. It's the SEC.
No, gross.
You're welcome.
It's okay, but
I threw him off.
You threw me off. You don't make me into the SEC Big Ten conversation because I can do it. We'll go for hours.
Whatever. All right, we're gonna move on.
Illinois is taking down South Carolina in the bowl game. Just throwing that out there.
No shot.
Yeah.
No shot.
100%.
Okay, best swing. I'm gonna do the best swing, or if you will, the smoothest swing. I think you could make a little bit of arguments for what the best swing is, but we're gonna go with the smoothest swing. We've got, let's see, Kihei Akina, Michael Reeby, Gianna Clement, Miles Russell, and Asher Vargas. So a lot of good swings on there. I think you could make an argument for really any of them, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know, Michael Reeby's swing. I don't know if I would say that's the smoothest swing in the world.
I don't know if anything Reeby does is smooth, but it works. Like everything, Reeby just makes it work, and it's incredible.
Okay, well, who's getting the award? Who's getting the AJGA for the best swing?
The AJGA for smoothest swing. I don't think this is going to come as a shock to anybody. No. I don't think anybody would fight you on this. Miles Russell takes it home. I mean, just the smooth lefty. There's something about a good lefty golf swing.
100%. It's
just like the Ken Griffey baseball swing. Like, you put him on the right side, it just doesn't look as good.
Right.
But Miles, it's just, he can move the ball both ways. It's it's smooth. It just looks like he's just so effortlessly moving the ball.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch.
I remember seeing him at Junior Players before he was really even playing in a lot of AJGA events. He was actually just out there on the range, and I was like, geez, this kid's swing is so good.
Yeah.
So good. So I think that one is certainly well-deserved. Okay, next one. You want to take this next one?
Yeah, Social Butterfly. This one got a lot of nominations, so we had to kind of narrow it down. Good to see. We got some social juniors out there. We
definitely do.
We got some talkers. Some talkers, some grade A yappers. We've got the whole spectrum out there. But nominees, we have Will Hartman, Riley Knobb, Elizabeth Rudisil, Mia Hammond, and once again, Asher Vargas.
Asher Vargas is about to be the most nominated person without receiving an award on this list, I think.
I'm convinced Asher Vargas just wrote his name in on that. That guy's got burners, and he's just submitting his name everywhere.
Maybe.
I wouldn't put it past him. Also, wouldn't put it past Reeby to just hammer the Asher Vargas vote.
That's fair. Maybe they should have been one of the duos.
That is true.
Oh, we missed out there. Oh, well.
Tim?
You want me to give this one?
Give it to us.
So we are giving the AJGA for Social Butterfly. That is going to go to Riley Knobb. Yeah. So Riley, obviously, if you've ever met Riley, you don't forget Riley. I think that's probably the number one takeaway. Phenomenal person, phenomenal junior golfer. You know, always talking to everybody, not afraid to talk to other juniors or talk to adults or anyone. Plus, she's a Liberty National Ace Grant recipient and has done some phenomenal work there as well. Just overall, really great kid. Loves to talk to people, knows a lot of people. Everybody really enjoys being around her. So
no, I mean, she can talk to anyone, any of the juniors. You always see her. She's always having fun out there talking to people. She always comes in and just hangs out in the tournament headquarters talking to the staff. She just wants to say hi to everybody. So a lot of fun there. That one feels very well deserved. That one felt like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But I think you could also argue for best duo, Riley and her dad, Sean. Another guy, hilarious.
Yes.
Just great guy. Great family in general, but you can see where Riley gets it from. Yeah. Sean likes to come out there and have some fun. So,
you know, I think this best duo category is a little bit controversial because I think there's other ones we could, I mean, like Blades and his dad, Blades and Park. I mean, come on.
God, love Park. Great guy.
That could have been a great duo too. So I think we'll stick with what we got, but that was
great
that category.
I mean, you couldn't go wrong here. Like Hartman, great kid. I mean, he's hilarious.
Hartman. Yes.
He is like, the first time you're around him, he just gets going and you're like, where did this come from? But
Will and Blades took my phone at the AJGA Simplified Boys Championship at Carlton Woods during the Great Golf Ball Race this year currently, and they just recorded 25 minutes of just nonsense, and it's crazy. It's so funny to go back.
That's
and watch
a kid
it.
who likes to get mic'd up.
Yeah,
we should have a mic on Hartman at all times, and it would just be great content.
Yeah, that would be really hard to edit together, but yes, it would be very great.
Yeah, no, you'd have to cut some things, but great stuff out of him. Elizabeth, Mia Hammond, same way.
Yeah.
Really excited for her to be the player rep. I mean, she's great.
I mean, you saw at the banquet just how personable she is, how great she is in front of people.
Great speaker, too.
Yeah.
Great speaker. And then Asher, same way. Just good, fun kid. I still think my favorite Asher Vargas moment of the year at Junior President's Cup, they're doing the reveals of the singles matches. Asher gets called out of the chute by Captain Raj and Charlie, and they're up there. Asher's all excited. International team comes at him with Josh By, and his head snapped. He's like, it was
eyes like this
eyes
big,
huge, head snaps, room goes silent, and they're like, oh boy. And he ended up winning the match.
Yeah, he did win the match.
But Josh By, also those guys love Josh By.
Oh yeah,
Team USA, maybe the biggest Josh By fans on the planet.
I'm a huge Josh By fan.
Josh By, he's great, but just. If you know Josh By, if you've seen him play, you can see why Asher may be a little intimidated. I mean, Asher's a little younger, but it was just so funny. Watching that head snap, he was like, oh boy. Scared for his life out there.
Right. Okay, the last category. But don't go, because we've got some great holiday trivia with some AJJ staff coming up after this. It's a little bit interesting. They're not as smart as we thought they were.
No chance.
But the last category for awards is Class Clown. So we have Ronan Banerjee, Anna Fang. Oh, we just have 2 nominees.
Yeah, no, this one was pretty. This was pretty heavily loaded for these 2, but there was a runaway winner here.
Yeah, I think. I mean, come on. Let's just be honest with you. We know that Ronan's winning this award.
Yeah, no,
the dude
there
is
was never
the
a doubt.
definition of a class clown, and he owns that.
Yeah, absolutely never a doubt. I mean, again, you want to talk about Yapper, that guy. He nonstop. He's always talking about something. He'll do anything for $20 too. Like they just egg him on.
He almost took that. They almost paid him like $20 to trip up the stairs at the Rolex Junior All-America Awards banquet.
Oh yeah, and I'm shocked he didn't.
Yeah, kind of me too. Actually,
I'm shocked he didn't do it I'm shocked he didn't be like, "Hey, I'll give you $20 if you record me doing this." But no, good kid, hilarious, just 24/7, always going. Watched him on the range when they're doing some flight scope stuff.
Oh yeah,
and he'll just be there for an hour because he's just hitting people's clubs. Watts didn't have his 7-iron for like 6 holes one of the rounds at TOC because Ronnie just took it out of his bag on the range, and Tyler had no idea. They had to call into HQ, and they're like, Tyler Watts can't find a 7-iron. I'm like, it's probably this one we found on the range.
Yeah.
So shout out Ronnie.
Does a lot of social stuff too for us, which I like.
Oh yeah, he's the king of the mini driver.
Yeah, I know.
Loves the mini driver challenge.
Yeah, it's sitting right back there on that shelf over there.
It's probably getting tougher. He's had a little growth spurt.
I know.
In the past year, he has to have grown like 8 inches.
Right.
But gained 0 weight, but he's shooting.
Correct. I think it is also important to mention Anna Fang on here because apparently at Junior Solheim Cup, she was just the life of the party. She wore like that eagle onesie and just got the people hyped up and was I think a lot of the Solheim Cup team, the professionals, were very impressed with her and her team spirit and everything. So I think that's certainly worth noting as well.
I mean, if you want to get the people going, throw on an eagle costume, any setting.
Right.
Doesn't even have to make sense. And you're like, that's awesome.
Right. I mean, I feel like especially at those professional events with the team competitions, it's always fun.
The starting tee is always a good time. Like at those team events, I mean, it gets rowdy.
At the President's Cup this year, it was quite interesting. Yeah. In Canada. It is like
you see. I think especially at Solheim, I think like the players really get into it, which is cool. Yeah. And even the ones like not playing the matches get out there, and that's definitely fun to see. But those team events, a lot of fun. Get to show some personality, which you don't always get to do playing the game of golf. So really enjoy those opportunities.
Yeah. Well, that is our 6 awards, and I think that it's probably important if you have oh gosh, just kicked my microphone. Sorry, Justin. Not you, Thomas. But if the general listener has other awards that we should give out or different nominees for these, please hit us up on social media. We may revisit this list a little bit, but I think that this was fun to think through some of these, and our first holiday episode, trying to do some fun stuff and kind of figure that out. So
yeah, closing out year 1. I mean, look at us, Tim. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? But technically, it's not even year 1 because we started in March, I think. So
yeah, I mean, we're getting there.
Okay, well, we have some. I went around the office and I just stuck a camera in people's faces and I gave them random trivia questions. So we're gonna go ahead and play this segment now. But I hope you enjoy these random trivia session with some of our AJGA staff. Okay, we're going to do some holiday trivia with the AJGA staff here. They don't know I'm coming, so this should be fun. The first person we're going to ambush is Angela. Angela, hi, how are you?
Hi.
So we're doing holiday trivia for the podcast. Okay. Are you ready?
I
am. Who in that famous old Christmas song is kissing Santa Claus?
Oh, dear. Is it Mom?
You're correct, it is Mom! I have some candy for you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays, Angela. Kelly, where are you? Okay, we're doing holiday trivia for the podcast. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What served as Frosty the Snowman's nose according to the Christmas song?
A carrot?
James. Wrong! Try again.
Frosty the Snowman.
Sing the song. It might help.
A pipe. No, a button nose.
A pipe?
Button nose.
Oh, yeah, I'm not giving you candy for that. Good try. Okay, we're going to go talk to Adam Rogers in our TBA department. Adam, are you here today? Oh, great. Thanks. Hi, Adam. How are you? We're doing podcast holiday trivia.
Yeah.
What was the name, or what is the name, of the classic Christmas-themed ballet?
The Nutcracker.
Yeah, great! Oh, you get candy. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Adam.
Sour Patch Kids.
Kyrie, hi. We're doing. Oh, you look concerned.
Yeah, I am.
We're doing holiday trivia for the podcast. Are you ready?
I'm listening.
Are you listening?
Yes,
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What is the name of the candle holder used at Hanukkah?
It's a great question. I don't know.
It's called a menorah. You want to try again? A different question?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do. How do you say Christmas tree in German?
Okay, what kind of questions are these?
Tannenbaum. Come on, it's not that hard.
I didn't know
Okay.
we
All right. You surely can't get this one wrong. What is the name of the most popular Christmas beverage?
Hot chocolate.
Do you want to try again?
No.
Eggnog. Come on,
God, you're
Kyrie.
so right.
All right, we're done with Kyrie. All right, we're on our way to the finance department and Sonia. Sonia, are you here?
Yes.
Oh, great. We're doing holiday trivia for the podcast. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, great. Your question is, who wrote the children's book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Dr. Seuss.
Thank you. See, that was an easy one. That was a layup here. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Steven, hi, how are you? Good. We're doing holiday trivia for the podcast. So I have a trivia question for you. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Your question is, what's the busiest shopping day of the year?
I have no idea.
Black Friday. You want to know what? Hey, okay. Do you know what the winter solstice is?
December 21st.
Good job. And what exactly is the winter solstice? Do you know the?
Start of winter.
That's right. It is the longest night of the year. So there you go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go talk to James K now. We'll see if he's being Scrooge today. James, we're doing holiday trivia for the podcast.
Please.
Are you ready for your question?
Please go away.
In the song Jingle Bells, how many horses are pulling the sleigh? It helps if you sing the song.
No idea.
Not even one bar?
No.
Give me a guess.
Tim, go away.
Well, it was one, James. Okay, we're going to talk to Jacob Kennedy. He's in our operations department. Oh, Thomas is that's Thomas's desk, in case you guys wondered. Jacob, are you back here?
I am.
Oh, great. I have a lovely question for you. Holiday trivia for the podcast. Are you ready?
I'm ready, yes.
Okay, can you show off your lovely sweater?
Yes, it's Mike Tyson.
I love that. Love that. Okay, here's your question.
Okay.
What is the best-selling Christmas song of all time?
Wow, that's really good. Doesn't Mariah Carey do one?
That's close, but that's not all time.
All time. Jingle Bells.
No, good try. That White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
I wasn't going to get there.
Good try.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, we're going to go talk to Matthew Doris. He's in our operations department as well. Doris, oh, you're here. Great. Nice to see you. We're doing holiday trivia for the podcast. Are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yes.
Okay. Your question is, in the 12 days of Christmas, what was the gift on the third day? Please sing it out loud.
On the first day. Wait, is that the right song?
Yeah,
On the
that's correct.
First day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
This is going to take a long time.
Yeah, I don't even know this song if I'm being honest with you. I just know like the first 6 words. So, I'm gonna say 3. Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like Preston over here actually has a guess. Preston, would you like to guess?
Yeah, 3 French hens.
Attaboy, I've got some candy for you.
Let's go.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm going to go talk to Debbie now. She's with our foundation. Debbie, I've got holiday trivia for the podcast, okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready for your question?
I'm ready for my
Are you
question.
sure?
I think so.
Okay, great. Your question is, how do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Feliz Navidad?
Excellent. Thank you very much. I have candy.
Yes.
Thank you, Debbie. Okay, we're going to go talk to Mary Ann. Mary Ann, we're doing holiday trivia for the podcast, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready for your question?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, this question is, what is the most popular Christmas beverage?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna say a Christmas old-fashioned.
A Christmas old-fashioned? I don't know if we can say that on this podcast.
Oh, okay. Eggnog.
And you are correct. It is eggnog. Good job. There you go.
And happy holidays.
This whole surprise thing has worked out very well. Okay, are you ready now? Are you ready for your question? Mm-hmm. Are you ready for your question? Mm-hmm. Okay. What is the real name of Santa Claus?
St. Nicholas.
Yes, good job. You do. I have candy. Thank you, Grace. Now you can go enjoy your trail mix now. in peace.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I think we have terrorized enough staff members with holiday trivia. So I hope you enjoyed this segment as much as Justin and I did. So I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
So great job there, or not so great job, depending on how you want to look at it, from our staff.
Some of that stuff, I was like, guys, this isn't that hard.
I think you were a little thrown off. I don't think James K was ready for that.
No, he was not.
So
I think he also might kill me.
yeah, no, he hated every second of that, but we loved it. So
what are you gonna do?
We'll take it.
What are you gonna do? Oh man! All right. Well, that's all we got for today. And, it's a shorter episode today. Figured the holiday one we'll just keep it short and sweet, especially since we don't have a guest. I don't know how long you want to tolerate listening to the two of us, but excuse me. This is kind of wrapping up season 1 of the podcast. We're going to come back in season 2 in January, beginning of the year. We're going to have a lot of new guests on. We're obviously ramping up our guests and getting a little bit more established with that. We're available Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, all of those platforms. If you want to listen in either the audio or we have the video version on YouTube too, which is pretty fun. We do a little bit more. It's a little bit easier to see what's happening visually there. But yeah, thanks for so much for joining us this season, and we had some really great guests and had a lot of fun with it. And we'll be certainly back in January and looking forward to another great season.
Yeah, no, can't wait. Fun to see where this has come from episode 1 to now. Kind of lose track of where we're at with this thing, but it was great starting out in the hallway of our headquarters. Now kind of figuring this out. Finally feel like we have a permanent little mock studio here.
Yeah, this is my desk, in case you guys didn't know. And we have to literally move my entire computer setup off of the desk to make this happen.
It works, Tim. It's the magic of cinema.
Yeah, but it's just a lot of work.
You'll be fine. It's okay. Plug it back in. We'll get Brightside in here. You'll be fine. But no, really fun season 1. Looking forward to season 2 and seeing where this thing takes us.
Yeah, and we're kind of obviously the AJGA has some great sponsors that we work with, but we're kind of looking maybe to get some of them involved with the podcast too. So there might be some partners coming on board to kind of help us spice it up a little bit too. So I think it'll be a good time in season 2. Well, we're happy to move into 2025. So hope everybody has a great holiday season. The AJJ's office is actually going to be closed for a few weeks here over the Christmas holiday. So it's a great time for us to kind of refresh. A lot of people go home. So we'll see you back in January.
Yeah, can't wait. Thanks, Tim. And have a happy holidays.
Thank you, Thomas.